Yeon was angry with teacher Lin, who was determined to stay away from her, because she said that she and director Mude only had a teacher-student relationship. Lin Shou was punished for not listening carefully at the meeting yesterday, and she apologized to all the teachers for that. In addition, she revealed a message from the director that she received a warning from him for being late for work this morning, emphasizing that there was no special relationship between the two of them. At that time, Director Mude came in and supported Teacher Lin's explanation. Director Mude said, Teacher Lin did not have any selfish intentions towards her, and their relationship has never been good, and started the next meeting. Director Mude implemented a point-based maintenance system that evaluates each teacher on a monthly basis with a score of 100, adding points for good performance and deducting points for poor performance. The teacher with the lowest score in each monthly evaluation will be reported to the council, and the council will then hold a meeting to decide whether to retain or dismiss them, and if all points are deducted, the employee will be dismissed immediately. Then, Director Mude warned Teacher Lin that she had been late for work on the first day and had lost points, so from now on, remember to be strict with yourself. A fellow teacher asked, in a whisper, were you too strict with the previous director? Why is she not only being disloyal, but somehow deliberately targeting you due to Teacher Lin's current situation? Teacher Lin responded to Teacher Lion's suspicions. Don't worry, she didn't target me on purpose. After the meeting, the two of them met privately in the office, and Director Mude said, add her to the teacher group on WeChat. Teacher Lin couldn't control herself because of Director Mude's unpredictable behavior and asked, why do you ask her to do it when Director Mude can do it herself? In response to Teacher Lin's question, Mude Yeon explained, this is not a public group, but your private group. Teacher Lin once forced Mude Yeon to add her backup account to the student group. She said, if other classmates find out about it, she will hold Mude Yeon accountable. All of this was a hole she dug herself, and she accepted Director Mude's orders because she was not afraid to solve it. Then, Teacher Lin gave Director Mude a warning not to say some unpleasant words in her group, and Mude Yeon accepted with a satisfied smile. Although she didn't understand Director Mude's sudden smile, Mude Yeon cleaned the house and cooked for her, so Teacher Lin invited Director Mude to lunch. During the morning meeting, Teacher Lin wanted to stay away from her, so Director Mude asked, aren't you worried that if someone saw them eating together, people would misunderstand and think that we have a good relationship? Tell your math teachers in the group chat that you'll be feeding them to apologize for copying Director Mude's proposal, she suggested. Lin Shou didn't really understand what Director Mude was thinking at that moment, but she accepted Mude Yeon's suggestion. Lin Shou said that Mude Yeon had packed her luggage on her behalf to leave the house, and that the luggage was in Mude Yeon's room. She got angry at Lin Shou's hasty words to evict her, saying, I'll leave immediately after she gets her salary in a month, and I'll pay the rent too. Lin Shou was surprised by the statement that she would stay for a month. Lin Shou's response made Mu Yeon say, how can a teacher accept a student who has no relatives, no money, no place to go, and no good relationships? Lin Shou got angry at Mude Yeon, who had been harassing her all day, and said, after a month, I have to calculate the rent, food, and utility bills and pay for them. She was cleaning at the moment, so she allowed Mude Yeon to live as she liked. At that moment, Lin Shou was hugged by Mude Yeon and teased her about her poor cleaning. The warm feeling of the hug made Lin Shou feel like a couple. She was so absorbed in her thoughts and herself that her cheeks turned pink with embarrassment. Lin Shou's embarrassed response made Mude Yeon want to tease even more, but she was stopped by Lin Shou's words. Lin Shou said, tomorrow is a holiday, so she need to book a restaurant for event quickly, and went back to her room. Teacher Lin apologized to her colleague again for her mistake and solemnly promised that it would never happen again. At that time, everyone was surprised by the arrival of the Director Mude. The Director Mude said, it's her first time working with everyone, and today she's here as a colleague on the same level, so let's just relax together, and Lion's speaking skills made the atmosphere light. Teacher Lion asked Mude Yeon, with your qualifications, you are absolutely qualified to be a university teacher. Why did you return to Chen Lion? Out of curiosity. Mude Yeon turned to Lin Shou and replied that it was because of Teacher Lin's help that she was able to enter the university of her dreams, so she wanted to be a teacher like her, a teacher who had the potential to change the lives of students. Teacher Lin responded that it had little to do with her. Director Mude was able to enter her model university mainly due to her own efforts. Lin Shou was thinking, when Mude Yon said that, was she really grateful to me, or was she blaming me for almost destroying her? A teacher asked. Team leader Lin, Director Mude must have been very good at school, right? And everyone was paying attention to teacher Lin's answer. Facing everyone's gaze, she replied that in her opinion, all students were the same. There were no particularly good ones, and there were no particularly bad ones. Due to Lin Shou's answer, Director Mude said, "So I'm not that different from other students. I don't think Teacher Lin really likes me. Anyway, Teacher Lin is always very strict with me, and she can't tolerate even the smallest mistakes I make." Teacher Lin's insight about Mude Yon was explained by Teacher Lion, who said, "She is always strict with her students, but she is kind inside. In fact, she often praises you in front of me." Lin Shou didn't want to talk about the past with Mude Yon, so she stopped the conversation and went to the toilet for a while. Lin Shou was about to inform Teacher Lion to leave the banquet when the Mude Yon arrived. Mude Yon blamed Lin Shou for she always left without prior notice and left her alone. Then, she grabbed Lin Shou's hand, "And you left such a deep mark on my life, but I'm not important to you?" asked angrily. Lin Shou told her to let go of her hand, but Mude Yon didn't listen and continued to, "Am I really no different from other people to you?" asked angrily. Seeing Mude Yon's angry expression, Lin Shou looked her straight in the face, slapped her hand away, and told her not to ask such a meaningless question again. Due to the two people's discontent, the atmosphere gradually became heavy and reached a sinister state. Mude Yon couldn't control her anger and asked, "Since she's different from the other students, will you make the same promises to the other students as Teacher Lin promised her?" Lin Shou denied it, but Mude Yon believed that teachers always like to lie, and she might be lying to others just as she lied to her. She was saddened by Mude Yon's attitude, which was angry and distrustful of her. Lin Shou couldn't control his emotions anymore and burst into tears. "Mude Yon, do you really still not understand why I promised you back then?" she asked sadly. Mude Yon actually confessed her feelings to Teacher Lin twice. The first time was in the school parking lot. That day, young Mude Yon requested, "Teacher Lin, I like you. Can I have a chance to be with you after I graduate?" Teacher Lin denied her confession and said, "How can you have such feelings towards your teacher? Besides, we are the same sex." Teacher Lin, pretend she didn't hear what Mude Yon said today and say nothing more, by ordering her. Teacher Lin wanted Mude Yon to focus on her studies now, since she was a student, and she didn't want her to think about anything else. Mude Yon's grades plummeted since Teacher Lin denied her confession that day. Not only did Mude Yon's grades drop, but she was also constantly distracted, so she was called in to question by a teacher. At that time, Mude Yon was like a broken doll, completely lifeless. It was a crucial time for her college entrance exam, and Lin Shou couldn't let Mude Yon be so depressed and didn't want her to collapse. Therefore, Lin Shou promised Mude Yon that if she scored over 700 points on the college entrance exam, she would fulfill her request. Lin Shou told Mude Yon that, "If you hated me for breaking my promise, you could hate me as much as you wanted." Besides, they were both on the right track now, and Lin Shou didn't think she had made a mistake. Finally, she thought someone would want her, but the kind woman took her away for a while and then abandoned her. Mude Yon hated that feeling, but the fact that she had no idea why she was abandoned again from start to finish made her even sadder. Mude Yon said, "If you have pity on me, then you should still pity me to the end. And just saying like that you don't want me and abandoned, what kind of attitude is that?" With sternly. Lin Shou told Mude Yon, "Don't cry, she didn't mean to lie," and comforted her. She also explained to Mude Yon that she didn't like women and that she couldn't force herself to be like that. If you want to comfort her, Teacher Lin asked her to prove that she didn't like women. She said, "Kiss her to prove it." Lin Shou turned her face away, saying, "That's not the point of proving it." Then Mude Yon explained that it was completely normal for girls to kiss each other, and said that if Teacher Lin felt anything when she kissed her, then Teacher Lin was lying. Lin Shou kissed Mude Yon on the cheek and prepared to leave. Lin Shou, who was about to leave, was refused by Mude Yon, saying that this childish kiss was not enough proof that he wanted to stay away from her. She said that kissing her cheek wasn't enough, only a full kiss would be enough proof, and moved closer to Lin Shou. Mude Yon's approach was rejected, and Lin Shou said, "Fine, let's kiss, but from now on, I hope our relationship will be a normal superior-subordinate relationship." As soon as she said that, she immediately moved closer and prepared to kiss her, but Mudyeon refused. Mudyeon was annoyed by Lin Shou's desire to get rid of her, and asked, "If I ask you to sleep with me as proof to get rid of me, would you accept it?" She said to Lin Shou, "You're still as heartless as before," and left. Mudyeon didn't understand what trouble she would have faced if Lin Shou hadn't stopped her from confessing her feelings. She drank to cope with her troubled mind, and was reminded of a trauma she once couldn't erase. Lin Shou, when she was in college, she confessed to her senior, and she called her a sexual pervert. That's why this news spread among some students, and throughout the college, people were constantly talking behind Lin Shou's back that she was gay, because she thought that no one had guided her at that time. Lin Shou experienced heartbreak as a teenager, and although she eventually got over it, she had experienced that the endless hostility of another person could become a lifelong psychological scar. She refused young Mudyeon because she didn't want Mudyeon to experience the same unpleasant hardships as her. At that moment, Mudyeon came over and grabbed the bottle of alcohol from her drunken hand. Lin Shou, dizzy from the effects of alcohol, lost her balance and fell onto Mudyeon. Mudyeon warned Lin Shou, "Don't try to grab something while you're drunk. It could put you in danger. You promised me you wouldn't drink again, right?" Like that. Lin Shou asked Mudyeon, who was living in her house, "Why are you bullying her?" Mudyeon touched Lin Shou's face, who was lying down, and asked her, "Do you consider this bullying? What about everything that Teacher Lin has bullied me in the past?" Teacher Lin wanted Mudyeon, who was shy and reserved, to be brave, so she was strict and disciplined, even in small things. Although her actions were harsh, she actually helped Mudyeon in indirect ways many times. Mudyeon couldn't hold back anymore and asked Teacher Lin why she hadn't told her before. Lin Shou herself says that these are words that, even without her realizing it, turn into curse words as soon as they hit the tip of her tongue. Because of this, there were a series of misunderstandings between the two of them, and she did not intend to be cruel to Mudyeon on purpose. But Mudyeon was intentionally bullying her, so she called Mudyeon a bad person and was angry. Mudyeon apologized to her, who was easily offended, and cried. Lin Shou tried to apologize because she realized she had done wrong to Mudyeon in the past. It was the best cake Mudyeon had ever eaten in her life, and it was a precious memory. Mudyeon never blamed Teacher Lin for being so strict with her. To be honest, Mudyeon was shy and timid at that time, and there were times when she regretted it because she always disappointed the teachers. However, Lin Shou did not disappoint her. That day, when Mudyeon showed her hand as Teacher Lin's class representative, she was surprised, happy, and proud, because it was the first time that Mudyeon had voluntarily raised her hand. Mudyeon was torn between whether she should be relieved by Lin Shou's frank words, or whether she should let go of her inner turmoil. Mudyeon wanted Lin Shou to honestly admit to her that if there was a misunderstanding between the two of them, there might be other misunderstandings. She honestly didn't hide it, and asked if there were other reasons why she had rejected her before. Mudyeon waited expectantly, but at the crucial moment, she ended up like an alcoholic and vomited. The next morning, Mudyeon gave her a hot soup to ease her hangover. While she was drinking the soup, she noticed the place on Mudyeon's neck and asked if she had done this. Mudyeon, who was unable to control feeling, said that yesterday the teacher had done more than one thing to her while she was drunk. Teacher Lin brought up the image of her calling her a bad person and creating a scene including crying. Lin Shou didn't hesitate to apologize to Mudyeon for causing her so much trouble last night. If she truly apologized sincerely, Mudyeon was asked to promise to abstain from drinking for a month from now on. She thought that Mudyeon would be angry and make things difficult for her because of her mistake last night, but she was stunned because it went away so easily. Behind Mudyeon's smile, she realized that the relief she felt was a mistake when Mudyeon laid Lin Shou on the bed and said, "If her teacher bites her, she will get justice." At that moment, in Lin Shou's eyes, Mudyeon was now like a vampire in a movie. She had no choice but to wait for her fate for her own mistake. Lin Shou's hands were tied, and Mudyeon's lips were already on her neck. Mudyeon's hand moved towards her chest, slowly moving down to her slender thighs, and then thrusting inside. Lin Shou's menstrual period had just ended, but her body felt strangely hot, as if warm water had been waiting for its chance to flow from somewhere.